Oh my god, I can't fucking use any... Just auto attack, boys. Just auto attack. Just auto. Great game, dude. Auto. Good job, team. Good job. 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 43k. What the fuck? Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Video games are where I escape.
I think Core Guard is the play. It just depends on if skills are working. If virtues are working and skills are working, then I'd say DH. But I think overall, I think we saw here that the skill lag is insane. And it gives you a little bit of cope. Oh, it's getting better, guys. It's getting better. But it's just literally at the start of the fight you can use skills. Then after that, what build will be played? Mostly, I think you just have to adapt. I need to kind of settle on a build, but at the same time, the game changes all the time. Like sometimes there's lag, sometimes the commander leads differently, sometimes you're up against different enemies and numbers. So, and obviously your party always changes as well. Like party is performing in a way you can't do your job, then you kind of have to try and support yourself better and help them as well. I mean, you can just play one build, but it isn't going to work for all the situations. I just recommend probably trying this out. The idea is to do maximum damage. I just tried this today. Got 60% crit chance. So with Fury we got 80. Actually the meta is like spamming auto attack with hammer and you're putting a symbol down. It does make sense that the symbol is bigger, gives protection to your allies. I have to test that. It makes sense that it would do more damage, but the tooltip isn't getting updated with this. You're just doing this, man. Third hit, boom. That's hitting 5 times, boys. That's pulsing 5 times. You see it's hitting multiple times. Just look at the champion golem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just a tooltip bug. It says it's only hitting for 3, but it is hitting for 5. 100% it is hitting for 5. It's just a tooltip bug. So it's 100% worth taking that trait line. Double hammer was pretty good. You have less range spike, but then if you're not coordinating the range spike, then it's kind of useless, right? Longbow's pointless at the start of the fights because it's just padding. It's not doing anything. It's not even good padding. If you want to pad from range, you may as well just play staff. You could use something like a symbol from range at the start so you can get this damage modifier up. Auto attacking is useless on mace. The only reason I use mace is because I wanted more boons and my chrono was struggling. DH is no good when it's skill lag. You may as well just play Core Guardian. Because there's no real passive on DH that's good. You may as well just play something else. I mean, you're not going to be able to use your skill here. Activating your elite stun breaks, but you're not going to be able to use your elite because it's skill lag. Cripple enemies you disable. Well, that's useless unless you have shocking aura randomly. This is okay if you were moving, but you're not fucking moving in this meta. It's useless. Trapped Aegis is pretty good, but then again, if it's skill lag, can't use traps. So all of this is garbage, basically. It's all useless. So if you could use skills, then that's the traits you would play probably. Heal skill I used as well to try and sustain up. Honestly, that last couple of fights, they were easy, we were winning. But it could be a play where you'd use this in moments where you don't DPS. And whether you need another skill to keep yourself alive. Yeah, I don't know if you might need shelter, maybe, to stay alive. Willbender's not worth. Core Guardian, definitely. And then if you play Core Guardian, you can play Virtues. And then you can have extra AoE burning. It's going to help with removing Aegis. It's going to pad, obviously, but it's going to be extra damage. This one here, when you have Aegis, you're going to do more damage. Strike damage dealt is increased while you're above the health threshold. So even if it's skill lag, like these will work. These traits will work. Obviously, some of them rely on you actually using skills, but that trait line's fine. Could you play Firebrand with Hammer? DPS Firebrand? Is that another play that you do? Because we didn't check that out. Like, are you going to be in a book reading on Firebrand as a DPS Firebrand? You can give boons before you clash, so there's nothing stopping you from doing that. It's not like you're going to do a Hammer auto attack when you're pushing. You're not probably going to hit anybody, right? So you have some time to do things. You could play DPS Firebrand. Honestly, you would then get quickness. You could then use Mantra, and then that would give you some support as well and some boons. So this is another way. And then you have your Elite Stab as well. So you can start supporting. I will probably try this next time, but you don't have traps. It might be a bit scuffed. Depends on how the enemy's playing. But you could play this. Honestly, you could play this. If you need more cleanse, you could play Axe Torch. You have a pull. The symbol on 2 is pretty good. Cast time is slow, but it's not as slow as the mace. Auto attacking is not completely terrible. But if we look at the other traits, you haven't got quickness in your party. You could even pump out that. Retain F1 passive while it's on cooldown. Quick fire may be okay. Go F1, you can pull. Put a fire field down for more damage. You know, if you're having a problem in your party, you need some boons and stuff. GG's. Yo, we could play quickness and you could play cleanse. Quickness, cleanse, and stability. Like, and Aegis. So Firebrand may be a play. We could try that next time. Why not Willbender? The problem with Willbender is this. The virtues. You're moving. All the time you're moving, bro. Staff, Longbow, Willbender. Jesus. No, guys. I think, honestly, the play is you play DH if it's... You can use skills. If it's lagging, you play core. After the patch, if Chronomancers go... Alak on Shudder, then you lose the quickness. So if you lose quickness, it might hurt the build a little bit. I mean, what can you do? I mean, if you go Firebrand, you lose traps, you lose F3, you lose the pull. Sanctuary can be nasty as well. Like, I was even thinking about Sanctuary and traps, but it's just too much to press. Like this, you set it up like this. Spinny swords are nice. It is nice, but it's not amazing damage. Vuln is pretty good to put on downstate so you can kill faster and cleave faster and win the rally war. If you have no Vuln on downstates, because you could put Vuln on the people that are alive, but they'll just cleanse it. And then when they go downstate, you lose all conditions when you go downstate. So honestly, putting this on the downs before cleaving is pretty good. Or if you can put it on the downs, then maybe some range classes can DPS. I'm not too sure about weapons, boys. I just don't know what to do with the weapons. This is the hard part. Like, I thought Hammer was pretty good. Longbow had nothing. Like, we did nothing. Unless you well bomb early, then Longbow's not worth. Because if you swap into Longbow at any point to well bomb, then you're doing nothing after that. Like, you're not contributing. Because you should be pushing on top of your wells, and then you should be cleaving with Hammer, with auto attack. So, Longbow is only the play at the start, but then if you drop your wells early... Like, I don't know, man. Comms shouldn't be over pushing early. They should be baiting a little bit. You know, you should have bubbles. You should have breaching traps. People should be a little bit more like, yo, you can't just YOLO into the enemy. You'll die, right? So, I don't know. I don't think wells early is a good play. Unless you have an upper hand visually. They can't see you. They can't see you pushing. Can't see you coming. Then I don't think it's the play. When the enemy's pushing on you and you're cutting away, maybe giving boons is the play. I did play Mace and Shield and it felt really comfy. Like, it felt really good. Symbol might be nice to also use it with Sword of Justice for that some range pressure on downs if you cannot push to the downs. It might be that you can't push. There might be a situation where you can't push. You can't obviously push all the time. So it might be Scepter might be okay. I mean, if enemies pushing, you can Greatsword 4. Like, when you're cutting away, you could leave Symbol 4. You do have a pull. Might be okay. Pretty much using Hammer only. What else have we got? Like, what else can we use, bro? Like, Sword is a teleport. I mean, you can use it without a target. I mean, that is not... Like, you can use it on yourself. Pistol ain't doing nothing, is it? You can add extra damage to your burst by setting up a Shield of Wrath and then reversing on the enemy with traps. You could use it in a combo. It might be pretty good. Definitely options. Relic, I think you always keep Brawler because you're always auto-attacking and you're always going to get that protection on the auto-attack. Maybe you need this if the food's not popping off, but food should give you 25 when you're bursting. It's just when you're cleaving and auto-attacking, you might need a bit more might. Vuln is good for cover Condi, but again, you might just want to go for the extra power on Zealous Blade in Zeal. This is a must. You can't play nothing else. You have to play the symbol trait. And I think Honor is the way. And if you need more boons, you could always play the Mace trait with Mace Shield. But yeah, this is going to be the new meta, boys, for a while until the patch. We have to see how the patch affects the game. If the boons are less duration and higher cooldown and less alacrity, we might see more openings and more opportunities for fights to be ended faster. Will we see a rise of different meta after the patch? Will we say goodbye to the DH? Is it going to be short-lived like the Mirage Boon Rip support build? Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, DH is definitely back 100%. DH and Core Guard is definitely Oh my god, this is actually crazy. Actually crazy, dude.